Hello and a warm welcome to Conny Decorates as always. That's right, and today we're here in the garden enjoying the beautiful weather and a wonderful autumn atmosphere. This is our glass vase, which used to have a maritime look, and now we've quickly given it a touch of autumn with just a few simple steps. And if you want to know how to create this autumn vase decoration, whether it's for a small vase or a large one, just stay tuned because we're going to show you now. Before I start introducing the items here, I'd first like to say a big thank you. So Micha and I were absolutely delighted, and not just the two of us, but everyone else in Sevilla who took part in these videos as well. And all of us want to say a huge thank you for these absolutely wonderful comments. It's just incredible. Even in Sevilla, everyone there read the comments, and yes, we're really totally surprised and so happy that it was received so well. Or Micha, you also wanted to say thank you again. Exactly, it's just really great. Then I'd also like to give some feedback. A lot of people have written to me. This is once again about the seminars with Annette, or rather vacation, now again here below in the video description. In my other videos I've also included links to Annette's website and Raquel's website, because Raquel is also a fantastic tour guide, and if you're truly my kind, I can only highly recommend her. It's a truly lively book with so much heart and soul. Or Micha. Every time we're there, we're always happy to discover and see new things with her, and that's really cool. So we have these two links to Annette and Raquel's websites down here in the video description. Feel free to write to them, and as I said, you've seen for yourself, they're really kind people and we can only recommend them to you. Then a little feedback about the olive oil. Thanks again from Annette as well for the great comments about the olive caviar, that it was so well received. That's really fantastic because it's so simple, and we also think it's so good and delicious, and of course we're happy that you liked it too. As for the olive oil with herbs, personally, I always do it so that I only fill the bottle halfway with herbs, because if the oil level drops and the herbs are exposed to air, they will eventually start to mold. So if you really fill it up to the top, always make sure to top it off with oil, or maybe later use a wooden stick or something to push the herbs down so that they stay submerged and always covered with olive oil. I usually let it infuse for about 3 to 4 weeks before I use it. Then it's well infused and super tasty. Regarding shelf life, I would say that after about 6 months you should use it up, and if you're really at the end, use it quickly or just take the herbs out from the top and you'll still have that wonderful flavor. So I think that's it for now, but now we're moving on with the autumn decorations, and these are the things we'll need today. Let's start. First, the white heather. Then I still had some small green heather left from the last ideas, the barbed wire plant, and totally fantastic. These are actually the pumpkins from last time that I got from the Dutchman, but fantastic. Hof Uelkers has a huge field of pumpkins, and I went there with my colleague and we picked them. Totally great, such a huge pumpkin. So if you're from around here, the pumpkin field will be open for self-picking soon. And what else we got at Hof Uelkers, which I thought was really beautiful, is this narrow glass. You can use it as a vase or maybe as a decorative piece. I think we also got them in blue and green. Down below in the video description, feel free to check it out. You'll find these items there as well. We also got this, which I thought was really nice. Then I have the string lights here, which I always like to use, especially in autumn, because you do a lot with lighting then. I have the floral foam, and today, while walking with Sophie, I found this branch, and while she was taking her water break, I picked up a few acorns as well. Yes, she's already very active here again, because on the other side I have, dear Anna, thanks again, the hay. So we really have more than enough of that. And what I just found on the plate from last year are the orange slices. They're already a bit dark, but I think it would be a shame to waste them. I think I'll use them in the decoration here today. Just for your information, these are also coming before Christmas. We're already getting the Christmas items now, so don't be confused. Some things are already going online into the online shop, because Hof Uelkers is a Christmas tree farm and we can't start early enough. We have an incredible amount of Christmas items, which is why they're already being added to the online shop. But here is the base. This is the large vase that we want to decorate today. And we'll start here. I can show you. Last time we had this maritime decoration, and down here I simply used Oasis Fix and a pin holder, which I placed at the bottom, and I'm going to leave it like that. I've cleaned it and dried the vase thoroughly so there's no moisture left inside. I'll just reuse these things here for the decoration, which is why I'm leaving them in. But now I am going to carefully take a substantial bit of fresh hay and gently place it in at the very bottom of this area here first, before anything else. And now I've trimmed the floral foam a bit more on the sides. It was a little too much for me, and I'm going to place it right in the middle where I put the hay, just stick it onto the pin holder. Now I'll fill in the sides again with some more hay. What I really like now is that even though it's late summer, a lot of leaves have already fallen because of the dryness. And now I am going to carefully take some beautiful autumn leaves and gently stick them in here as well. I don't have a great many, but you can also thoughtfully add a few small acorns into this arrangement here. I don't have that many leaves here, but that's okay. But I think it's cool if you mix them. You can also mix the hay and the leaves beforehand and then just put them in. But I still have the barbed wire, and I'd really like to decorate with it here now because it adds such a nice light brightness. I'll just lay it in here as well, right in between. So now I have a layer of barbed wire on top here. Now I'll add just a little bit more hay. As I said, you can also add some leaves now. I think I still have 2 or 3 left. I think I'll just put them in here as well. I also find it really, really beautiful to just lay the leaves in between, especially when they're already a bit brown. That's super, super charming. I also have these little acorns here, and you can just place them on top as well. I think this golden string of lights would really be too much. I actually imagined it a bit differently. That's why I have this bottle light here, which is actually pretty cool, especially for this jar. So you can either fill it with heather or whatever you like, but actually I'd really like to showcase it here now. So I'm going to put this bottle light in already. And as you can see up here, the opening is of course much larger than the light itself. You always have to pay a bit of attention to that. It's perfect especially for bottles, like wine bottles. But here I'm just going to use Oasis Fix. This is the Oasis Fix, and I'm just going to lay it around the top here like this. It holds really well, of course, and just see how many times you need to do it. Usually that's enough. I actually could have used less. I'm going to pull it back a little so I can really stick it in here nicely. And I think, yes, that's perfect. Now I'm just going to cut off the rest here. Make sure when you need to apply pressure as you attach it that it's really nice and secure. So don't hesitate to use a bit more Oasis Fix. Actually, I didn't even need to take it off here. It's always like that, learning by doing. So here I just cut this off. I actually could have left it on, but now I've created some counter pressure. You don't want to end up sticking it in there later, so better to use a bit more so it's nice and secure, and then it'll work out. Now I'd like to put this glass in here. You can either secure it with Oasis Fix or with a pin holder, but I have my pumpkins here and I just want to place them right on top. And now I'm very carefully putting the pumpkins in here. Make sure the container is nice and straight, and now I'm going to place the pumpkins on the side here. Now you can also add a bit more hay, maybe lightly fill it up again, just a little, so that you can still see the pumpkins well and they aren't too covered up. Just sprinkle in a little bit and then it's absolutely perfect. Now you just have to carefully play around a bit with the various sizes and precise diameters so that you can achieve the desired effect. Let me just quickly show you exactly what I mean. I've also carefully added the considerably long one in here, and once again I'm just going to very lightly and gently take some fresh soft hay and carefully place it in between here, ensuring it's well distributed. This is the branch I found with Sophie today, and I think it looks really harmonious because it adds that natural and autumnal touch, especially here with the leaves and everything. And when it hangs down a bit like this, I think it looks fantastic. So I'd really like to just lay it on top of the vase here. Then you can decide which side you want to have facing out. You can also decorate it a little more if you like. I also have some barbed wire here, and I'll cut it all the way down and add it in as well. Look at these beautiful, vibrant orange slices. They truly add a really lovely, delightful orange touch too. As I said, you could have already carefully put them in at the very bottom, but I thoughtfully decided I'd just gently lay them on top here in the jar, and just look how absolutely beautiful it is. You really get this truly wonderful, incredibly vibrant orange and, yes, rich brown tones. Such truly great quintessential autumn colors. We really like it, don't we, Micha? It definitely looks autumnal. Exactly, and I think you really like orange tones too, and this is going to go between our kitchen and dining table, and we'll have a great spot there. Let's just see how it looks with the leaves. You can always swap those out if you want. The pumpkins aren't damaged at all, so they last a really long time, which means we have a truly long-lasting decoration here. But what I'd like to do now is take some binding wire, just regular floral wire, and simply shape a little heart out of it. Now I'm going to twist the tip together down here, and I'll leave the wire attached. I'm not going to cut it off. So now I basically have a little heart. I'm not just using the heather. I have this white heather here, which fits really well and also dries perfectly. Now, with careful attention, I'm just going to precisely cut the heather again here, creating small, neat bunches. I will then meticulously trim them to the perfect length and subsequently gently place the heather at the very tip here. Next, I will take the sturdy binding wire, carefully wrap it around twice to secure it, and from this point, you can now easily and smoothly wind it all the way up to the top. Just see how bushy you want it to be. You can, of course, add more layers if you like, but here, for example, you'd get a cute, slim little heart, and it really goes super quickly. But I can't hold you any longer. I can cope 'cause you're a story. I wake up feeling. So I'm almost at this little bump here, this small raised section, and now I have a bit left. You can actually trim those excess pieces off too if you wish. I just wanted to show you that some of these strands can still stick out a little bit. Now I'm basically carefully threading the wire into this specific bump here, making sure it's secure. And what I'll do now is simply cut off the remaining excess that's left at the very bottom, the trailing end, and then just wrap it around this point here one more time for a secure and neat finish. Now I'm done down here, and I'll take the next one and do the same here. You can also cut the wire beforehand if you like, because it can be a bit fiddly to keep threading the whole spool through. If you just cut off enough wire and wrap it around a bit, it's really much easier to get it through. So now I'm going back again like this, and I'm already at the end. I've just left the little branches as they are, already cut the wire, and now I'm just twisting it around here. You can decide how long you want it, and I actually think it looks really cute. You can already start positioning it a bit, and look, now you can do this wonderfully. That's what we're going to do now. I'll take a bit of wire and attach it here to the branch. That means we have this silk. Should I turn it around so you can see? I think you can see it a bit better this way. Here you have another little heather twig. You can also make several small ones and just let them hang down to the side like this. Look, I'll just show you real quick. If you make them a bit smaller, just trim them off at the front here. I need to take a look at it from the front myself for a moment, and I think it really makes for a lovely decoration. I just tried something else real quick. I'm going to simply stick the wire into the orange slice again and thread another one on here. You can just poke it through like this. Here I just stuck the wire in, and I'm going to attach this orange slice up high in the branch as well, or work it in there, because I think that looks really cute. So now we have the heart in here, and look, there's a little orange slice peeking out as well. You can add more if you like, but of course everyone can do it however they want. This is just an inspiration for you, dear ones. And of course we really hope you enjoyed this autumn decoration today, and that all the furry friends were there too. The weather is still nice. I mean, making autumn decorations in shorts, I never thought I'd do that, but we had a lot of fun again, Micha and I, and of course we really hope we could inspire you today and that you had just as much fun. If so, we'd love a thumbs up. your lovely comments, feedback, criticism, or decoration ideas. Maybe you have some wishes for autumn. We'd be absolutely thrilled. And feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. There are always little updates and new things coming up. Autumn is just around the corner. We're slowly heading into fall, and we're looking forward to it, and a little bit to Christmas already. And that's also Micha's favorite topic, I would say. You love Christmas. Exactly. And what's more, we're celebrating our wooden wedding here as a garden party. And there are some more great autumn decoration ideas. So we send you our hugs and stay healthy. Your Conny and your Micha, your cameraman, of course. See you then. Bye.